Winota, Joiner of Forces. Winota is a battle-hardened human warrior from Ikoria, leading the charge against the monstrous threats plaguing her world. Her leadership brings together unlikely allies and coordinated ambushes, calling forth hidden human warriors at the height of combat. As a commander, Winota excels at turning a modest board into a lethal army in a single attack phase. Her ability to cheat powerful human creatures into play makes her one of the most explosive and consistent aggro commanders in Boros colors. A Winota deck typically floods the board with cheap non-human creatures to trigger her ability multiple times per turn. These triggers then deploy powerful human beaters like Angrith's Marauders or Blade Historian, enabling overwhelming combat damage as early as turn 4. Combo ideas for Winota decks. Combo number 1. Breath of Fury, plus Loyal Apprentice. Required conditions: 1. Breath of Fury must be on the battlefield. 2. Loyal Apprentice must be on the battlefield. 3. Breath of Fury is attached to another creature you control that can attack this turn. 4. An opponent cannot block nor remove your attacking creatures. 5. You control your commander. Activating the combo. 1. At the beginning of your combat phase, Loyal Apprentice triggers, then create a 1/1 Thopter creature token with haste. 2. Deal combat damage to an opponent using the creature where Breath of Fury is attached to. 3. Breath of Fury triggers, causing you to sacrifice the creature where Breath of Fury is attached to, then attach Breath of Fury to the Thopter token. 4. And tap all creatures you control and you get an additional combat phase after this one. 5. Repeat each combat phase. Combo results: 1. Infinite combat damage. 2. Infinite combat phases. 3. Infinite death triggers. 4. Infinite ETB triggers. 5. Infinite LTB triggers. 6. Infinite sacrifice triggers. 7. Infinite and tap of creatures you control. Combo number 2. Combat Celebrant, plus Kiki-Jiki, Mirror Breaker. Required conditions: 1. Combat Celebrant must be on the battlefield. 2. Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker must be on the battlefield. Activating the combo. 1. Activate Kiki-Jiki by tapping it, then create a token copy of Combat Celebrant with haste. 2. Proceed to your combat step and declare Combat Celebrant copy as an attacker, choosing to exert it as it attacks. 3. The Combat Celebrant copy triggers, untapping all other creatures you control and causing you to get an additional combat phase after this one. 4. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite combat phases. 2. Infinite creature tokens with haste. 3. Infinite ETB triggers. Combo number 3. Possibility Storm, plus Archon of Emeria. Required conditions: 1. Possibility Storm must be on the battlefield. 2. Archon of Emeria must be on the battlefield. Activating the combo. 1. Anytime a player would cast a spell from their hand, it gets exiled by Possibility Storm. 2. Archon of Emeria prevents them from casting the other spell exiled from the top of the library by Possibility Storm. Combo result: players can't cast spells from their hand. Combo number 4. Splinter Twin, plus Village Bellringer. Required conditions: 1. Splinter Twin must be on the battlefield. 2. Village Bellringer must be on the battlefield. 3. Splinter Twin is attached to Village Bellringer. Activating the combo. 1. Activate Village Bellringer by tapping it, then create a token copy of itself with haste due to ability given by Splinter Twin. 2. When the token Village Bellringer enters the battlefield, it triggers, untapping all creatures you control. 3. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite creature tokens with haste. 2. Infinite ETB triggers. 3. Infinite and tap of creatures you control. Combo number 5. Aurelia, the Warleader, plus Rionya, Fire Dancer. Required conditions: 1. Aurelia the Warleader must be on the battlefield. 2. Rionya Fire Dancer must be on the battlefield. 3. An opponent is unable to block or remove creatures you control. Activating the combo. 1. At the beginning of your combat phase, Rionya triggers, then create at least one token copy of Aurelia. 2. Put all but one Aurelia into your graveyard due to the legend rule, ensuring that the remaining Aurelia has not attacked this turn. Then 3. Declare the remaining Aurelia as an attacker. 4. Aurelia triggers, untapping all creatures you control and causing you to get an additional combat phase after this one. 5. Repeat each combat phase. Combo results. 1. Infinite combat phases. 2. Infinite death triggers. 3. Infinite ETB triggers. 4. Infinite LTB triggers. 5. Infinite untap of creatures you control.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer spells that are commonly found in Winota decks. Blade Historian. Winota can cheat Blade Historian into play mid-combat. Because Blade Historian is a human, Winota can put it directly onto the battlefield attacking, bypassing its high hybrid mana cost. Grants immediate double strike to all attackers. Since it enters during the attack phase, all your attacking creatures, including itself, gain double strike right away, often doubling your damage output. Combines explosively with other human finishers. When paired with humans like Angrith's Marauders, double strike becomes devastating, enabling one-turn kills with even small attackers. Ornithopter. Free non-human attacker. Ornithopter costs 0 mana, letting you put a flying non-human creature on the battlefield early to enable Winota's trigger without using up resources. Evasive attacker. Its flying makes it harder to block, ensuring it survives combat and reliably triggers Winota every turn. Early Swarm Enabler. With multiple cheap or free non-humans like Ornithopter, Winota can start bringing in human threats early, accelerating your aggressive game plan. Legion Warboss. Produces non-human attackers every turn. The Goblin tokens are non-human and hasty, making them ideal Winota triggers that require no additional setup. Auto-triggers Winota without overextending. Even if you're low on board presence, Legion Warboss ensures you get a free attacker each turn to activate Winota's ability. Scales over time. The longer it stays on the field, the more tokens it generates, meaning more Winota triggers, helping you snowball advantage with minimal investment. Angrith's Marauders. High-impact human cheat target. Angrith's Marauders is a human, so Winota can cheat it into play without paying its 7 mana cost, turning it into a deadly surprise. Doubles all your damage. Once on the battlefield, all sources of damage you control are doubled, including creature combat damage, and any burn spells or triggers. Game-ending combo with double strike. When paired with spells like Blade Historian or Embercleave, the damage quickly scales into lethal territory, turning a few small attackers into an unstoppable force. Loyal Apprentice. Generates flying non-human tokens. The Thopter token is a non-human with haste and flying, making it a perfect attacker to trigger Winota's ability immediately each combat. Triggers every turn with Winota on the battlefield. As long as Winota is in play, Loyal Apprentice reliably creates new attackers every turn, fueling consistent Winota triggers without using extra cards. Enables early pressure and evasion. The hasty Thopters help push through damage early and bypass blockers, ensuring Winota's ability connects even against defensive decks. Aven Mind Sensor. Non-human attacker for Winota triggers. Since Aven Mind Sensor is not a human, it can safely attack and trigger Winota's ability, helping cheat real human threats into play. Flash threat with disruption. It can be held up at instant speed to disrupt tutoring or fetch lands, offering a defensive angle without slowing down your aggression. Evasive and persistent attacker. Its flying makes it a reliable way to attack safely each turn, ensuring consistent Winota triggers while chipping in for damage. Lena, Selfless Champion. Ideal Winota cheat target. Lena is a human, so she can be cheated into play with Winota, skipping her 6 mana cost while instantly boosting your board. floods the board with token attackers. When Lena enters, she creates 1/1 soldier tokens based on your board size, which are all non-humans and can trigger Winota on future turns. Protects your army. Her sacrifice ability grants indestructibility to small creatures, helping you survive board wipes or combat trades, keeping your aggressive pressure going. Combat Celebrant. Human for explosive Winota payoff. As a human, Combat Celebrant can be put directly onto the battlefield attacking through Winota's trigger, avoiding its mana cost. Generates an extra combat phase. By exerting it during combat, you untap your non-attacking creatures, including humans Winota just put into play, then attack again, doubling your Winota triggers and damage output. Wins games in a single turn, with multiple non-human attackers and Winota triggers. One extra combat phase can easily flood the board with humans and push for lethal damage before opponents can respond. Ginger Brute. Cheap non-human attacker. Ginger Brute costs only a mana, and as a non-human, it can trigger Winota's ability immediately upon attacking. Unblockable attacker setup. Its activated ability makes it nearly unblockable, ensuring it safely survives combat and consistently triggers Winota across turns. Artifact creature with utility. It's also an artifact, enabling additional synergies with cards that care about artifacts, and can provide a small life gain buffer in a pinch. Archon of Emeria. Slows opponents without affecting Winota's triggers. Archon's 1 spell per turn restriction barely impacts Winota decks, which generate threats via attack triggers instead of casting spells. Disrupts fast mana and combo decks. Forcing opponents' non-basic lands to enter tap slows down greedy mana bases and limits early game plays, buying you time to develop. Stabilizes your lead after Winota triggers. Once you cheat powerful humans into play with Winota, Archon locks down the board and makes it harder for opponents to recover or respond effectively. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.